Can you, if I Mr. President, the chief have been provided on it. You has confirmed that news. Say CIA, I said, I place a chance on table with Trump. No, I'm not telling you. CIA, that's why we tell President Trump. This is our fight. This is our fight. America, we Trump.
Where are the NSC? Where are the what's it called? The Musa, the chief of defense staff. What are you guys doing? DSS, what are you guys doing?
Bí ó ṣe fẹ́ ṣe ọdún mò ń sọ nìyẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yóò bá ẹ̀ ọ́dá ìlú ẹ̀tọ́. I'm not carried by talk o. CIA, FBI, one place fight on table Trump, President Trump. Social country ló ti wá ń pa Americans. Trump agbègbè wò. Trump. Ṣé àwa ni ó sọ ẹ̀lú ó kàn jánu láti. Lọ́gbà gbé gbogbo rẹ̀ dánù sọ́hùn.
Ṣé Hillary Ogun when Hillary was Secretary of State, Trump only classify information that they are going to come and bomb so embassy like the American embassy in the this thing. And Hillary received that leaked message they sent to him. She could not do anything.
Hillary, as Secretary of State, I'm talking of President Commander-in-Chief. Number one, authority whose table the bank stops. Who is now left to take action or not? I'm telling you, if the authority, because of the command of the security of the country has confirmed that lead, that sir, it is true, it's right on your table. This is a tribe that have been killing all over the country, killing all Nigerians.
So the president that will go to battle.
Oh my goodness! If we see Trump that will go and carry out an execution of the order, there are institutions in place to show that you are decisive, you are courageous, you have political will to take action. You will give instruction. I've said on this platform when Mike interviewed me, I said we have known a particular that constitutes this menace onto every Nigerian who are being killed in their respective indigenous community, which is Fulani headmen and the local Fulani in Nigeria. Why not you call authority of Fulani leadership in Nigeria how to work with security agencies to identify officials? These people, foreign Fulani who are calling in from all over Africa and be killing our people in land. If Mr. President has the political will to do that, he should have done that.
With the political way, the non-political way, those people, their agenda is what they will
do. So the agenda supersedes the authority of the state, Abi.
What will it has been there for a while now.
The agenda,
it meant all those things.
Agenda from all over Africa to be killing us here, supersede the political will. No, I don't agree with you.
The agenda has been there. I will sleep in slumber. Our state actors that are supposed to fight and are supposed to fight us, fight the battle.
Mr. Kule, if I want to be in his position, I will do things differently. I will have the courage, have the political will, have the audacity, have the state backing to take decisive action. Hello, Sultan of Sokoto, I'm not suspecting you. I'm not indicting you. I need your cooperation in this matter. The only state that is killing all across the country. Listen to me. That's where the political will, the audacity comes in now. The only tribe that been killing all across all the country in this country, killing indigenous people, and they fairly headmen. They kill in Igbo land, they kill in Hausa land, they kill in Yoruba land, they kill. Hello, and there's now a lead that the people are killing. They are falling Fulani. I'm not saying we are accomplices in the matter. I'm not saying that. Please, we want you to help us identify those who are Fulani of foreign origin. Because I'm not a Fulani, I don't understand the language. I'm a Yoruba man. If an Ijebu man is speaking Yoruba, I know this is an Ijebu man. If an Ijesha man is speaking, I know this is an Ijesha man. If an man is speaking, if an Yoruba man is speaking, because I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm not a Fulani man, and so I don't understand Fulani language. But you, our local indigenous Fulani, help us to identify who are these foreign Fulanis that are coming from all over Africa and be killing us in Nigeria. I would draft them into working closely with security agencies. And listen to me. And I will show. Listen to me. It's because the president has not shown the political will, audacity, and the readiness to tackle it. That's why he's doing that. But because he's trading our life is for political gain. Yeah, trading our life for political gain. For the votes he think he will come from Fulani, side of Nigerian populace. That's why he's trading our life with security of our population of us. Otherwise, I will be decisive. When you roll out security, force and these people, they will stop. Who are they? Who the hell they are? Who the hell they are?
Are they not mole? Are they not mole in the security?
But the moles will be fished out as well. When the heat is on, when you turn your stove or your gas off, when the heat increases, the bubble will burst in the water. Water will boil. When there is readiness and strength on the part of the power that be, that no, enough of this nonsense must stop. I'm telling you, they will stop it.
You know what solution now will have
you are telling me you are spoken. What does that?
Yeah,
that does not carry the
that speech go far. You know that enough is enough. Among you,
I will not be carried away by any ordinary speech. Mr. Kule, I will not be carried away by ordinary speech. That speech he has spoken, it doesn't go beyond like it doesn't go beyond just normal talk that we hearing.
What do you expect him to embark on? What do you expect? What action do you expect?
I want a decisive action, an action that means that no, this nonsense is no longer condoned by the kind of action, by the kind of word of action you give to your commanders of the military, by the authority you give to your commanders.
He's done that already.
Yes.
He gave a marching order.
He didn't
to what's it called? The chief of defense staff, chief of army staff.
He has been given it. It doesn't mean it. It doesn't mean it. It doesn't mean it. It's trading. It doesn't mean that authority is so called authority.
Sorry. Okay.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome once again on the program. It's City Standard. I'm Michael Adekun. It is the 19th of June 2025. We say thank you for staying glued to the channel. Yesterday, the president of the nation, Bola Tinubu, paid a visit to Benue State. Yeah, the visit that was supposed to be a solemn one at the end of the day turned political as various placards of President Bola Tinubu were seen on the streets. Yeah, they were seen on the street, not just President Bola Tinubu, even that of the governor of the state, Governor Alia, his placards were seen on the street. People were carrying their placards for President Bola Tinubu's re-election and all of that. Also, the visit of the president triggered public anger yesterday as school children were compelled to line the streets to welcome the president under heavy rain. For that matter, we saw children welcoming President Bola Tinubu, and people are saying that it is not healthy for our democracy, and we shall be looking at this morning. Also, let's quickly go to the east. What's happening in the east regarding the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra's? Okay, no sound. Okay, we shall look into it. Thank you so much. All right, please check the sound. All right, thank you, Benga George. Thank you. All right, I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Okay, Vinco Mike, I also appreciate that. Thank you for that information. Okay, there is sound. Andrew Gujimi, I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. And I welcome all of you on the program this morning again. All right, in the eastern part of the country, the ongoing trial of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. It has been said by the DSS that Nnamdi Kanu is responsible for the widespread violence in Southeast. Wow. I know many people will be reacting to this morning. Already, Onyes is reacting to this, that it's a lie. Nnamdi Kanu is not responsible for the widespread violence in the southeastern region. His trial is still going on. Let's see if Nnamdi Kanu will get out of this mess. I call it mess. Yeah, yeah. Let's see if at the end of the day, justice will take its course. Like I said earlier on, there are reactions to the visit of Mr. President in Benue State yesterday. School children lining up, to welcome Mr. President under heavy rain. Also, Mr. President, telling the security chiefs to hunt down the perpetrators of this heinous crime in Benue State. Don't forget that over 250 persons were killed in an attack launched by terrorists. Let me use that word, terrorists in that state. And the leader or the chairman of Obas Obas of monarchs in Benue State, Professor James, said that the issue that is going on, or the crisis that is going on in Benue State, is not just a farmer herders clash. It is a genocidal one, which the government needs to look into very, very fast. All right, I have my respondents here with me this morning, and they are ready to dissect these issues quickly to the New Telegraph newspaper, where I am seeing Mr. President visiting the victims of that massacre, of that unfortunate tragedy. Benue massacre, let's get those criminals. That's what President Bola Tinubu tells service chiefs and Inspector General of Police. President Bola Tinubu tells service chiefs, Inspector General of Police, to hunt down the perpetrators of this act. All right, to Middle East crisis, there is ongoing plan for the federal government to quickly evacuate Nigerians from Israel and Iran. Yeah, ongoing plans for that. And Nigerians living in Israel are expected to comply with the federal government. Let them leave that area, let them leave the region where war is going on. On to the next one, we have something on Bode George. Yeah, local government poll, Lagos PDP intact, says Bode George as party flags off campaign. Lagos PDP intact, says Bode George as party flags off campaign. This is on page 3 of the New Telegraph newspaper. DSS witness to court. DSS witness to court. Kanu's incitement liable for mass violence in Southeast. Yes, Kanu, that's Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is responsible for the mass violence in Southeast. That is what DSS witness told the court that's on the ongoing trial of Nnamdi Kanu. We have not registered any new party, says INEC. On to the next one, which is the last story we'll have on the front page of the New Telegraph newspaper. Go on. Abuja Accord failed as Ojukwu wanted regional governors to control military zones. This is on page 4 of the New Telegraph newspaper. Like I said earlier on, I have my respondents here with me, and they are ready to dissect important issues bothering the minds of Nigerians with me this morning. Thank you so much. All right, Big T, to make school kills, welcome Mr. President under heavy rain. Some called for. This is Odunlade Taiwo, Big T Prince in the United Kingdom, reacting to this morning. Nigerians are not happy with that development there. He said it shouldn't be a welcome development in the country. Presidents are coming to a state and school children compelled to stay in the rain to welcome the president. That is crazy. That is very, 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 very crazy. Nigerians are condemning this act, and people at the stand are also condemning the act. Oh yes, you have to take it easy. Take this over there, to guys, Nnamdi Kanu. I know you want to say something about Nnamdi Kanu. Well, sometimes you need to take it easy. Nnamdi Kanu, you said almost just struck out the case, but we have ESS saying that Nnamdi Kanu is responsible for the widespread violence in the southeast. Is it true?
I don't think that is
Were you not in the country when it was happening?
I was in Nigeria when everything started, not even when it is happening.
When everything started?
Think the recent ones, I know. I was in Nigeria and I know what was going on. And I know at a point in time, they have to give a dog a bad name so that they'll be able to nail the dog. That is what is happening. The Hausa youths are calling for the celebration of Nnamdi. Hausa youth, the videos are online. I can show you. Anybody that help me now, play it here. They are celebrating him. The thing is that what I saw yesterday is that I was a little bit reserved when I started hearing that the matter will be moved to the ACS. And I begin to ask myself, how did the ACS become, a court? But what we saw yesterday, even though we did not have a physical recording of Nnamdi Kanu, maybe Omotosho does not want that kind of media coverage or something. But from what I read yesterday, Nnamdi Kanu was demanding for a legal support when he was arrested. And the DSS people at that time denied him. And when they tendered the evidence before the presiding judge, James Omotosho, he went through it. He said, this person, at least I heard his voice in the video. They played everything. He said, okay, then what happened at this point? Nnamdi Kanu was constrained and he rejected it. And that was why he termed and struck it out. This is pure illegality. I think that's what he said. The presiding judge, James Omotosho, said yesterday, before he now adjourned the case. That is the situation of the matter. But we are still expecting Bola Tinubu to make an official statement, because everything Nnamdi Kanu said about what is happening in Nigeria was being played in the court. So there is this pressure on Bola Tinubu at this point in time to make an official statement about what is happening in Nigeria and about Nnamdi Kanu too. His visit to Benue, for me, that is not enough.
That is not enough.
Yes, because I don't know whether it was a political campaign or just a sympathy visit or a solidarity of what happened. But that is just it. But I'm telling you, at this point in time, we still don't want to trust James Omotosho until we begin to see clearly that his presence in presiding over Nnamdi Kanu's case is independent of any influence. We saw the judgment he passed against Simon Fubara in River State. It was controversial. Those who factored him in would have briefed him. That's what they are saying.
So far, so good. Hasn't been fair enough. Hasn't been objective.
Yes. What he did yesterday shows that he means business.
But last week you said was trying to compromise.
Yes, because I saw why
this time around you are telling us now that
Bros, I am following.
It's kind of objective in this issue.
No, yes, Mike, I agreed. Because I don't know why you should move the court,
the trial to
the trial
to DSS
headquarters. Yes, where the court is. I don't know what you mean by that. They should appropriate it. No, yes, that was what
prompted you to say.
Said that. You understand? Yes, because
right?
Now you can see yesterday there was no video coverage of Nnamdi Kanu's presence in the court. So I'm beginning to understand that maybe a kind of secret trial, or he just want to gag the media. But that is apart. We cannot be talking much about the issue that's already before the competent court of jurisdiction.
But was this a genuine terrorism case, or is a way of suppressing Biafra agitation?
No, the Biafra agitation cannot be suppressed. Anybody that is telling you that it can be suppressed cannot be suppressed. We are already accommodating
Idoma people in Enugu now.
Idoma people are
Yes,
part of Biafrans?
bros, and now I'm telling you, they're ready for safety and they feel they can be safe in Enugu State.
You said you're already accommodating them.
Of course, bros, let me tell you, 17 communities in Idoma.
What do you say now, Idoma? Not that they are
Benue people. Then I'm telling
are
you.
they part of?
Have you been to Benue before?
Are they part of Biafra?
No, have you been to Benue before?
Yeah, once.
Yeah, I've been to Benue several times. I've slept in Ochudoma's house. When they want to open the university sponsored by David Mark and one is it Borough, what they call him as at that time, that they committed one there was one agitation that was doing. I think the guys from Benue too. I was there. They wanted to build one university, and the Senate president was supposed to be involved. That was where I slept in Ochudoma go house. So I ask questions, my brother. I ask questions. What is? I think one of the questions is what is the meaning of Ochi Udoma? Do you know that Ochi Udoma is an Igbo language? A lot of people find it very funny. Ochichi Udoma. Ochichi, what is Ochichi in Igbo language? It's leadership.
Among parts of the okay.
If you still go there today, you see yes, they share boundaries with Enugu people. When you say Ochi Udoma, not Igbo language, but look deep. You know what is coming. They call their own Ada first daughter in Benue, in Idoma, Ada. And that is what the area I'm pointing. You know, see, the current governor of Benue State now, that is saying that nobody should defend themselves. Brother, that statement is suspicious.
Maybe he's trying to tell them not to take laws into their hands.
Okay, no, bros. Let me tell you, you cannot know more than the DSS man that said Nigerians should defend themselves. You cannot know more than that Juma that said, bro, you are there, they killed 200 people. They're still killing. After killing 200 people, there was an attack there on the same place. Again, a lot of people lost their life. At the same moment, there was an attack in Enugu, Benue boundaries communities. Now they are calling that Enugu State governor should resign. The organizer said it. My brother, go and listen to analysis. Anybody that don't want to take it from here, that this is where we are not going to cover anybody. But yes, internet exposes everybody. But the ones where you do inside their bedroom, if we catch you, camera catch you, we expose you.
The killing of Jonathan's ex-aide, I mean Gulag, has been linked to Mazen.
Yes. Mike,
would you like to
share
light
Mike,
on it?
Yes, Mike, thank you for that question. Because when that issue came up, and you remember the hooded DSS people, whether they are Igbos, we'll find out who they are. Those people, they cover their faces. We'll find out who they are just within a little time. But I'm suspecting that those are Fulani Igbos in Biafra land. They were asking them questions, but they goofed. Thank God for the intelligence of James Omotosho. Yes, I have to give it to him at this point in time. He asked questions. Which day? He said, okay, there was an order of sit at home which takes place on Mondays. Monday is an official day of sit at home. And you are saying that it was an order of sit at home that made Gulag to be killed because Gulag was traveling on a Monday. But the evidence presented before the presiding judge shows that Omotosho did not die.
Gulag
did not die on Monday. Sorry. No. Yes, I said that responsibility. You understand? Yeah, I said that responsibility. You understand? No, I'm sorry for that. Anyway, sorry. I know he's watching. Yes, because by the time we mounted pressure on Mr. President Bola Tinubu, he has to visit Benue State. Yes. That's it. They have to brief him that those guys are not happy. He has to go to Benue. And he went to Benue. So let us see how everything is going to take place there. And I have to commend Bola Tinubu, for that presence there. He sent a lot of signal, but I want to see more job done on the security in that area. Though the people of Benue have come out to acknowledge they are facing a conquest agenda. You can see the senators are saying the same thing we are saying here. You can see the former governor of Benue State, the Autumn, is saying the same thing we are saying there. The Benue State House of Assembly members are saying the same thing we are saying here. So, how come Gulag was not murdered on Monday, has been claimed by the witness, and it was discovered that it was on Sunday? You see, those are the loopholes that are looking for something to hold on. Mike, remember that this thing has gone to the appeal, and appeal court struck it out. But the federal government, raised another charges, which is what they wanted to achieve. Then Bola Tinubu came back again and said he ordered for a trial. Whether it is to please Buhari and the Fulanis, so that at the end of the day, what is happening in Finland will happen in Nigeria.
I'm still coming back to you, Mr. Ojolajide. Why are the activities of indigenous people of Biafra, I mean IPOB, are always linked to Nnamdi Kanu? Is it because he's the leader of the organization or group?
Mr. Mike, anywhere you have a state that's an opposing voice, the state will not succumb to that opposing voice. They will never sense him good in that opposing voice. They always rise up to quell that opposing voice. Nnamdi Kanu should know that there's a price to pay for, what's it called now? Freedom fight. That's the truth. So no matter how your cogent, good your reasons are, the state will not listen to you. They want to see you as a rebel. You are rebelling against the state. So that's the first thing. And now I'm standing. It's you that must not try and see how you can project your agitation in a way that most peaceful. And I give to Nnamdi Kanu, when they started, Mr. Mike, they were very violent. They were carrying flags. It was what they were carrying. Of course, they have the right to self-determination anyway. And they were doing that. But the government under which was doing this, they felt threatening that the agenda is going to be sustained, it's going to be curtailed. It's going to be a flop. And number two, the people of the political class and the governors of the Southeast, they are the ones that even making things worse for Nnamdi Kanu. They are the ones that first prescribe Nnamdi Kanu. Check your journalists, investigators. Governors of the Southeast, they are the first that first prescribe Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, before Buhari now went
to organization.
Yes, before Buhari now went to court to secure a court order. Now, formally now, they just make a pronunciation. Buhari now went to court. So, because they see agitation of Nnamdi Kanu as a threat to the agenda of conquest. That's it. The man was at that time, was embarking on conquest. Remember, he tried 3 unsuccessful means of achieving that. Number 1, 2 Ruga means. Number 2, what are the be? At the 9 days of his government, we now heard something called grazing route from Kano to Lagos. Both sides of the route, thousands of kilometers, both left and side. So the man who was at the end of affairs at that time was not comfortable with the agitation. Instead of you listening to him, Mr. Man, what are your grievances? What do you have against Nigeria State? And you listen to him, you address it. Anyone that's not, that's very critical, you tell him, excuse me, give us time for this. But those ones that usually can be amenable, try and do it. But he doesn't do that. They see agitation of Nnamdi Kanu as a threat to their own agenda. So that's what happened.
All right, let me quickly go to the comment section. We need to have time for our viewers as well.
Okay.
All right, what's Big T Prince saying this morning? Yes, it's true. Kanu was responsible for mess in Southeast. Let us be honest here. Onyezi, he said he's responsible for the mess in Southeast. Is it true that he's responsible?
I don't think that is correct. Before Nnamdi Kanu came to level of asking for agitating, the Southeast has always been in a mess. I keep on saying it. Outside the system we are having now, the Igbo people started dying in 1953 in the north, even before independence. What triggered that? That's the question I needed to ask you. And whoever that is responding to that. And secondly, before that time,
the issue of infrastructure, the issue of restructuring, the issue of federal government presence, in the southeastern part of the country, even before Nnamdi Kanu, was nothing to write home about. So there's a deliberate understanding and consciousness that the advancement of marginalization is an extension of the reservation of the Nigerian Biafran War. And reasonably, any person can look at that direction and begin to question the rationale why I will not be having what is due for me. That is very correct. And I ask again, what was Nnamdi Kanu known for? What was Masop known for? In 1999, when Obasanjo came into power as a democratic elected leader, 3 ethnic lords emerged in Nigeria. Mike, listen, because most of these guys, where they don't understand what is happening. That's what they call intelligence reports. And before that time, I want to tell you, there was an announcement by the CIA agents that extremists, jihadists, are gathering in the north. I'm telling you, Mike, listen, that triggered the rise of the 3 ethnic lords, identifying their region and identity. I can mention them. Gani Adams, 1. Masop, 2. Arewa, 3. Under Obasanjo, I'm telling you. What does that tell you? Then they're not telling that in 2015, Nigeria will break up. Look at exactly when Nnamdi Kanu surfaced in the public limelight. It's within that period. Because the arrangement has already been perfected at that level. We might not have opportunity to see it. When we are shouting 15 years ago that what is coming to Nigeria in its conquest, but are they not seeing it now? No, are they not seeing it? Imagine a situation. People have been taken unawares. Nnamdi Kanu cannot be accused by anybody of armed struggle. Nnamdi Kanu is not a militant. The same process George Washington of America took. George Washington of America today, America, I come to America. He was charged of treasonable felony. Go and check your record. That's why when you see all these people, they don't go deep and find out. He lost a lot. But me, I cannot lose my identity because of this darkness. I'm telling you, I cannot lose my identity.
Because of which darkness?
But I'm asking you a question. If you say Arewa now, there's no problem. If you say Odua now, there's no problem. But once you mention Biafra, the whole up there, bring them down. The Hausas are still saying Arewa. Are you not seeing it?
Are they agitating?
Bros, what is the meaning of Boko Haram? They're asking for caliphate. They said, see, Obasanjo is a very intelligent man. To an extent, I will give it to Obasanjo. Because the reality on ground is unfolding. I don't want to go deep in that issue. But I want to tell you that ab initio, Nnamdi Kanu established a non-violent organization recognized globally around the world. So IPOB, only in Nigeria.
Then administration.
Oh, guy, not say only now. Fulani prescribe them. No, we know they hide that one. It's not a Yoruba man that prescribed it. It was the same people that are killing Nigerians today that they still prescribe them.
I'm still coming back to you, Mr. Lagide. The president visited Benue State yesterday, and we saw a situation where children were waiting for the president in the rain. What signal does it send to Nigerians?
Mr. Mike, what President Tinubu did yesterday was just a payment condolence visit. We only went to commiserate with the family that lost their people in the lost ones. Yes, what he did was just a reactionary movement. It's not, yeah, it's not a genuine. It's not a proactive step to have taken. You see, look, Mr. Mike, it's been identified that a particular tribe out of over 265 tribes in Nigeria responsible for killing Nigerians in their indigenous home places, indigenous homeland. And you know who this tribe is. It's not Igbo, it's not Yoruba, it's not Efik, it's not Bibi, it's not Idoma, it's Fulani Esme, you know.
But he has directed his services to hunt them down.
Mr. Mike, our global company, please. This is not the first time I've been giving instruction. I don't tell me instruction. How many times you been talking without action backing it up? You are not proactive in this matter. If President Tinubu was to be sincere and be ready to have political will to take come on this matter, your sponsor agency, the US headquarters has confirmed that the Fulani people coming to kill us in Nigeria, foreign-based Fulani of other ethnic nationalities coming to Nigeria, be killing us in indigenous land. And I told you that, look, there's a local Fulani people in Nigeria. Why don't you enlist their support? They are working in synergy with security agencies in identifying those
work together.
Yeah, to identify those foreign Fulani people. I'm not a Fulani man. I don't understand Fulani Edna. But if I'm a Yoruba man, if a Yoruba man is speaking from Ibadan, I know this is a Yoruba man from Ibadan speaking. And the Yoruba man speaking, I know. If the man speaking, Ilesha, I know. But if a Fulani man is speaking, I don't understand. Enlist the people who are indigenous. They are local resources. They are resources of our land. Enlist them with discussion to identify those foreign Fulanis. Then by the time you begin to pick one or two people, you begin to deep into how they even come to Nigeria? Who are the facilitators? Who are their modes? Who are the sponsors? Who are the backers? Who are the foreign funders? You will be able to identify this. But you leave the sultanate, the end of planning in Nigerian community alone. You didn't do anything. You are not telling me you went to Benue to pay. He only went there to pay a condolence visit to go and console with the people that lost their people dead, just to pay sympathy. That's all. He did not go there as a man who was vested with constitutional power to protect life and security. He has failed. He's a failure in that area, in that regard. Mr. Mike, he's a failure. So whether he has gone there to make the rhetoric of discussion of settlement, it doesn't go anywhere. It is proactiveness, not reactionary. What he already is a reactionary step, not a proactive step.
All right, let's quickly go to the comment section again and see what Udeze Chima is saying here. Good morning to you, Udeze Chima. You're welcome on the program this morning. Yes. Tinubu and his incompetent gang went to Benue to add more salt to their injuries. They went there for jamboree and rice eating. I agree with him. I agree. That's what I just said. What he has gone there to do is simply it's a window dressing matter. Window dressing step he has taken. Mr. Man, if you want to be decisive in any situation, you know how to do it as a man. God has given everybody the talent, the opportunity to do that. Not by playing politics, because Tinubu is still thinking of what political votes he will get from Fulani population in Nigeria when it comes to 2027. That's why he has not been bold enough to take political will. I mean, you have been the problem, the cause of the problem have been identified, have been known. I told you, CIA and FBI US, they say it's because on Trump's table that so foreigners are coming to America and be killing Americans, and Trump will fold his hand, will not take any action. No. And we have Victim Prince condemning that act yesterday, condemning that development in Benue State. School children welcoming President Bola Tinubu in the rain. What was he saying? To make school kids welcome Mr. President under heavy rain is not good at all. What is it? React to this.
Yes. Well, I don't want to know whether we are on the rain to welcome their president, but I'm looking at the effect of his presence there. Is he going to yield the results? At the end of the day. But don't forget that after all the paparazzi, they still went to somewhere and we are drinking their beer and enjoying themselves to a serious party. Yes, the video is there, trending. Enjoy themselves, confirm buffet. Now what for these guys? You understand? But it's okay. The president don't have to be hungry now all the day. You understand? At least, yes. But what I'm saying is that kind of situation does not arise at all. Then look at also when he was coming, he was stuck in the flood. I think yes, that would have given an impression that the infrastructure is nothing to write home about. That is understand. You see, that's when you do when you try to take a step outside their comfort, you begin to experience what other people are experiencing too. You understand? So the most important takeaway, just like what Mr. Lajire was saying is that how that visit, what result at the end of the day is it going to bring?
All right, Chinedu, you complain too much. I don't know what your problem is. Chinedu, you're a very funny man. What is your problem? You, this gentleman. And we're saying this. This is Big T Prince. Official statement for what? You complained about Binta and Yako, and now it is Omotosho. What is your problem?
Okay, good. Well, of course, that is the problem because Nigeria is suspicious of themselves. Judiciary has become another INEC at the end of the day, and we have to question the personalities that are surrounding the only institution that is left to give the common man hope, and that's the judiciary. Omotosho knows, he understands that there's no court of competent jurisdiction that can try Nnamdi Kanu. This, what we are seeing now, being conducted by Omotosho, is just, a gentleman's agreement. Normally, Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to first trial him. It's not.
He did nothing.
But no, that is not what I'm saying. They tie him to Kenya. Understand the treaties of the Commonwealth. That is what the law says. And Nnamdi Kanu have been saying it. There's no court of competent jurisdiction that have right to try me in the first place because Nigerian system committed criminality. You cannot kidnap somebody. He was kidnapped. So anybody that is saying that I'm not troublesome, I beg, please, but you understand? No. But these things, we want want these things, at least to have a human face.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Vinko Mike, Nnamdi Kanu is a peacemaker. Buhari is the problem of the Southeast. All right, we have Chooks Benedict, that's Unwa Biafra this morning. So good morning to everybody. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Unwa Biafra. On to the next one. Ude Udeze, Chima, Michael, Nnamdi Kanu is by no inch responsible. I repeat, is by no inch responsible for the violence in Southeast.
I agree with him.
Buhari and Opuzodima were responsible for the outbreak of the violence in Southeast.
I agree with him.
I agree with him.
I agree with him in total.
100%.
I told you when Nnamdi Kanu started his operation. I want to see Mr. Mike. We don't have to be sentimental and be tribal in discussion. It won't take us anywhere. We can do it so effectively. You want to do that, we can do it. So I can have the guts to do it. But let's say this objectively. That's where solution will come. When Nnamdi Kanu started this agitation, I watched him. They carry only flags, and they are demonstrating. They didn't go. I'm not saying protest. So I'm not saying protest. Demonstration. The law empowers you to self-determination. Right to self-determination. It is the government itself now call you. What is your problem? What do you have as a grievance? Then it's coming. The government of the state will not look at your matter and see. Hello, we will look into it. That's what the responsible government should do. But instead of doing that, and the political class of the side is first starting that this man want to take the shine of them, they connive with them. Kanu did not start with violence. It was a peaceful demonstration with flags that he was carrying. Of course, they have a right to that now. When you carry a flag and demonstrating, what else? Is that violence? Is that enemy? You are not causing any crisis. That people who are not confident, who cannot tolerate. People cannot tolerate. People cannot tolerate it. People cannot tolerate it. Who fret that their own agenda is threatened, particularly under Buhari of fulanization of agenda of Nigeria. Fret that look, we have to stop this one. And then the political class of service, I said this, governors of service first of all will now make a pronouncement they make a pronouncement. The governors of service first of all make an official pronouncement before legal back was not came to that effect by the government of Buhari that IPOB and IPOB and everything is banned. So he was peaceful in the way they started this, and he has the right to do that. Everybody has the right to self-determination. I told you in Britain, when Scotland said they want to go in right of Britain, the government of British, they didn't roll out arms against them. They allowed them to convene a referendum. And when the referendum came out, those people said they are not going, they are more than those who said they should go. And they are saying,
All right, let's take the message from Udeze Chima. Southeast was relatively peaceful when Kanu was agitating for the restoration of Biafra until Buhari went and kidnapped him from Kenya and the Nigerian army started attacking. IPOB members.
Okay. Mike, let me respond to in support what this man is saying. I want to say something in support of what this man is saying.
Just remind me of something. It was the ministry that started attacking IPOB members with guns. Mr. Mike, let's put this. Let's not be separated by things. Let's be objective. It was the ministry that started attacking IPOB members with guns. Attacking them, killing their members. So it was the minister that turned down the demonstration to violence, not the IPOB members. And once you have followed this, they started with flags and demonstration. And they have the right to do that now. Ordinary flag and demonstration. What is harmful in that? What is causing stress in that? But because you can't tolerate what they're asking for, you now deploy specimen at them to begin to attack them. No, that's what worsening is. I'm sorry, sir.
I just want to add one thing before I leave. Just to support finally what he was trying to say at this point now. Mike, I think there was this peaceful move by the Eastern governors that Nnamdi Kanu was following. You know, there was this meeting. He was also trying to engage the Eastern governors as at that time. If you can remember, you know, I just want to refresh our memory. You know, they were calling at every meeting you attend, and every meeting you attend. You know, and during one of the meetings, 28 people was killed. Charles. And that was what gave rise to somebody like Simon Epa. 28 people were killed, unarmed. But look at Nigerian soldiers now. Boko Haram, they tie their hand now, put them for Okada, they carry them, they walk up and down inside forest. It's a fact. Unarmed people, 20, you know what it means? The psychological effect. Because a Fulani man is the president. He does not want to see this thing.
So, he does not want to see the problem solved.
So that's the game, and we are taking note of everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So,
sorry, just give me a minute, sorry.
What I want to contribute to this is that if you look at one of the back early before 2020 and early 2021-22, the reason Nnamdi Kanu established Eastern Security Network. And the Eastern Security Network, their sole aim and objective is to fight this same Fulani headsmen that is killing our indigenous people in our communities and terrorizing them, preventing them from farming. Back then, they were labeled terrorists, and this same Nigerian government that is trying to solve the problems of Benue killing, we are still the same people that went into the forest, started fighting these same people that are asked to that were combating Fulani terrorists inside the forest. Now you see the two labs. After killing several members of Eastern Security Network, it's as if they are not existing right now because most of them are wiped out. Now Fulani people have started killing. Sometimes I wonder what's happening. I see that the problem is the Fulani terrorist organization. They are master planners. These people are not people that you toy with. When I say master planners, they see now and the future and for their own sustainability and their aim and objective. They are strong in pursuing it. But the government is not. I don't know if it's because of religion or they are not out to really tackle this problem. And again, it's because most of people are leading us are also Fulani, so they are all on the same page. That is it.
All right, your name again?
Emeka.
All right, I hope to see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
All right, then get the contact there. All right, Mr. Kule, you're welcome on the program.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you too.
Good morning.
All right.
Thank God for life, and thank God for all the supporters that have been supporting us in this platform. Thank you very much. People like Lady Jane, Tina, at least Moki Great, and the Palace of the Palace himself. Actually, I can't keep mentioning name for them. All will stay long there if I do that. Every other people, God bless you. God bless your generation.
Good morning, viewers. I remain Mike Adebayo. Thanks for staying with us, for following us, for always being there. We love you.
All right, Mr. Kule, I want you to react to this. You saw the situation, you saw the development yesterday when President Bola Tinubu visited Benue State. We saw in a video children chanting and cheering President Bola Tinubu up in the rain. Does it make any sense to you?
Yeah, it makes a very big sense. God bless my president. God bless Tinubu. What I expected of him, even outshine what I expected of him. And I can say wholeheartedly, the president went there with wisdom, message of wisdom. And you see, they said when two elephants fight, the grass will suffer. It did not put all the blame game on the governors, on Akume, on the state actors in that place, but he let them realize when Benue is being occupied by Fulani, what will be left for you people? And it brought a lot of them together. And I can see a precedent in him yesterday. And anybody, I expected the critics would be, talking the other way.
The other way? What
yeah,
way?
and the other way, they will never see something good that the president did.
But did you get my question right? Did you get it?
Yes. The question is like,
I said, why were children forced to, or why were they compelled to wait to welcome the president in the rain? School children.
Were they compelled? Are you sure they were compelled?
Yeah, they were there.
But
in the rain. Okay,
the leader may appreciate. You see, nobody envisage the rain will fall. So we don't need to take that as.
What were they supposed to do at that point when the rain started? When it started raining, what were they supposed to do? Were they supposed to leave the children in the rain to welcome the president?
You ask the governor then, the governor of the states, right? I mean, is the president blame game likewise? Is it the president blame game? So I mean, we should exempt the president out of, even some people, if they cannot pregnate their wife, they will say it's president. If they cannot, I mean, you could see how docile Nigerians are. I mean, I have no business why those kids are there. You have to ask the governor, which is Aliyah, that was it the one that prepared those students or those kids to be on the streets inside the rain? I mean, it's not the president, but because the president was not notified that there will be children that will be lining up before he came. But I want to give it to Mr. President. I still repeating, anybody that is critics of him should be very, 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 very careful and be watchful of what he's saying, because there's nothing he can do more than what he did yesterday. He brought all the parties together and he gave an advice to Aliyah that when he was a governor, he was criticized in Lagos State. So he needs to, absorb a lot of criticism in his, cabinet.
He gave them marching order yesterday to hunt down these perpetrators. Is this not another story for the gods?
It is not another story. I want to believe, first and foremost, let me start by appreciating the Mr. President for giving a listening ear to all the Nigerians, to all those who have criticized him concerning the issue in Benue State. He gave a listening ear and he did the necessity, which it was there to visit them and to solidarize with the injured ones and those who passed on. That is one. Then, by giving the marching order, I think that is what we are expecting, but still not enough. Like I said on Monday, I said the situation of killing in Nigeria is a genuine factor that we need to iron out. And the way and manner of how to go about it, I made mention of the entire security forum in Nigeria, the ex-retired general, and so many should be addressed and should be called and to be put into question, and how to go about it, which is a major channel. And concerning the issue of children welcoming the president, Bola Tinubu, yesterday in the rain, I want to believe that it's an individual strategy. By bringing the children together, that they should come and welcome the Mr. President. It is not a crime for the children to come and welcome the Mr. President. But I just felt that the rain, the idea should have been considered that this rain is too heavy on these children. Okay. Am I communicating? But I remember when we are in school, if a governor comes to our school to visit us, it's a boost of morale for us as a student.
we welcome them to that I as a student, I'm standing before my governor of my state or the president of my country. It's a boost of morale to an individual student. That very yesterday. No, so I'm not going to condemn that. I can only condemn the idea of those school authority who led those children outside the school to welcome Mr. President inside the rain. But it's a boost of morale individually to the students.
All right, let me go to the comment section. Amuki Great is saying that that's not the president's problem, that the president has no fault in this. That's what Muki is trying to say. I'll move on to another person here, another viewer. See human, Mr. Man doesn't, okay, where are they, okay, so-called condolence inside rain. Why are they inside rain? Well, you know, that's what he's trying to say there.
The guy should, we should buy them umbrella and take it to Benue instead of complaining about where those kids are. And one significant thing the president did was he's going to give them ranches in Benue. All the solutions that they have been going, that has been affecting them, the situation control will be done in the Benue issues, and give it to him entirely. When he said, as it is now, the Benue governor, that's the Alea, and he should go and set up, the mechanism for the security apparatus in that region. And at the same time, the president came blunt to the security apparatus. Likewise, the state federal security apparatus. That where are the arrests? That was the message the president first of all asked. Yes, the question he asked. Chief of defense staff. Okay. Then it came down to Nance, the NSA. That where are the arrests? Ribadu, where are the arrests? Musa, where are the arrests? And what else do you want to expect the president to do? The hatchet men that he sent on the field, they could not make any arrest. And now every one of us, we stay here blaming president. If they cannot even peace, they will say it's the president.
Okay, I'm still coming back to that. Okay, I'm Let me read it out. See, human, Mr. Man, it doesn't make a single sense to gather children in a place where they are mourning. Is that so-called condolence inside rain? That's Who is to be blamed? All right.
Who is to be blamed? Like I said, the school authority owes the blame. And like I said, it's a boost of morale individually to those students to have seen the Mr. President for the first time as a student coming to that state to visit that state. But all the blame, I forward all the blame to the school authority. As a principal of a school, as a school proprietor, I shouldn't have let my students out of the school under a heavy rain. So it's not a crime if Mr. President visited them to consolidate with them there, and for the student to have welcomed the Mr. President as well. So we should just stop all this and ship or self-hatred about our leaders.
All right, so on to the next one. We have Big T Prince saying that Mr. President did excellently well yesterday. He should be commended.
I give kudos.
Yeah, you're welcome. We love that. Thank you.
Love that.
All right, Mr. Mike, does Nigeria have a child act rights? Andrew Osaze, this is coming from Osaze. Does Nigeria have a child act rights? On to the next one. DKNY, this man don't know what he's talking about. He don't know that Tinubu is a liar and a deceiver.
I think if he has one of the Tinubu in his family, he won't be saying that.
What genuine evidence do you have about Tinubu? You don't just come online to criticize your president or to shatter them, to condemn them. If you are given an opportunity to lead a 10-man committee or a 20-man committee, what can you be boast of? Can you deliver to Nigerians? Can you deliver to your community, to society? You don't have to be a chief critic, okay? We learn to deliver.
I think this guy must have destroyed his home. So he wants to destroy Nigeria.
I know we don't.
We don't do that on social media.
Don't use that kind of word. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right, how I wish God will open the eyes of these people supporting government of Nigeria on how they are romancing these terrorists if they know what Fulani is cooking for them. This is coming from Emmanuel Ogoja. Baba Yaga is saying very humiliating. Herdsmen ransack your village, then the government makes you stand under the rain. PO will never do that or allow that to happen. That's Peter Obi will never do that or allow that to happen.
Peter Obi, I don't know Peter Obi for now. Who I know is the president
right?
But would he have allowed that?
We did have allowed that. It was nature. It was nature, guys. We don't need to start what we know, what we were taught in school. It was nature. Did rain send invitation to them that it's going to rain? No. Let's answer ourselves. Are they aware there will be raining? There will be rain. Are they aware? It was nature. Can you control nature? And I pity for the kids that they set up on the street for to welcome the Mr. President. And the majority of us now, you will still start putting that blame game on Mr. President. Why are we so callous in this country?
It is never the fault of Mr. President.
Why are we so callous?
Forward such blame to Mr. President.
That's why we remain where we are now. All of us will be hatred, hatred. Our brothers that are even nearer to us, they carry that hatred over their head. So what are they still looking for?
Even in that visit, we saw people carrying placards of Mr. President for 2027 election and all of that. It was supposed to be a condolence visit. Does that make any sense to you?
It's a political organization. It's a political strategy. It's a political opposition strategy to wash or to mess the decision of the Mr. President.
Opposition strategy to mess him up?
Yes.
By carrying placards, and the placards of what's his name, Alia, the governor of that state.
Exactly, it's opposition party. It is opposition. It's a strategy of opposition party. It's what you and I can understand very well. When you see such acts, such scenario, you should understand this is a political strategy. It is a strategy from political opponents.
Mr. Clay, what's your take on that?
Yeah, proud to the visit of the Mr. President. Benue happens to be a divided house.
Exactly.
Akume and a liar.
Yes, the
SDF and the governor. And that was what President Bola Tinubu tried as an elder statement to say to them, to bring them together, that they are one. When you detach yourself, you are having issue with yourself, you are creating lacuna for this charlatan X-Men to come into your system, to come into your space. So Mr. President did as an elder to settle that route between Alia and Akume. So give it to him for that as a solution provider. And he now told them anything they need to rebuild that area, the federal government will be ready to support them. You know, they are APC. All of them are APC there in that region. Majority of them. The governor is an APC man. Akume is an APC man. So why are you fighting each other? It's the supremacy of power. You guys are, flaunting. So he said they should go ahead their grievances, which is an elder. And they went to the extent that Aliyah, people will criticize you. Even me, myself, they are still criticizing me. The critics that never know anything good than criticizing. When you do good, they will not even, this guy is doing well. But the bad aspect of you is what they will be looking at. And who is perfect? Who is perfect in life? That's the message. What are you bringing on if you know you have a clean hand, what are you bringing on come to the table and let people, that's when people will dig out your atrocity you have been committing.
All right, away from that, because of our time, who was really responsible for the violence in Southeast? Is it Nnamdi Kanu?
Yeah, I would say it's Nnamdi Kanu.
That was responsible.
Nnamdi Kanu is responsible for the violence and the loss of life. Loss of a glorious individual life, individual souls in the East. We should stop going to 1953, talking about 1953. Haven't peace been restored in the East since 1953? Even while Ojukwu was alive after the incident of Biafra, the issue of Biafra, there is peace in Biafra. We should not just be sentimental. We should not be full of bastardizing mind or attitude in addressing the situation of Nigeria. What Nnamdi Kanu has led himself into, it is a very big offense internationally. Okay? The reaction and the motion of Nnamdi Kanu warranted the seat at home in the East. if I should tell them, a lot of residents in East there, they are crying of not being able to go to their work, not be able to do their business. They don't have freedom. And why they are still using force and authority on them to sit at home. And this is not working. They are not living well. There's no freedom. There's no happiness. There's no peace. And how to go about this? The leaders of the Ohanesi of the Igbo Forum, the entire Easterners leadership come together and sit down and let's think how to move ahead. How can we restore peace back to our state? How can we restore peace back to our nation? So when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, after he gave the marching order of sit at home, and he's trying to escape through the Benin Republic before he was caught there. So Nigeria has power to ask them to bring him down. You have to come and answer his case. It's not that maybe he's being kidnapped. He was not kidnapped. Nnamdi Kanu was not kidnapped. It is not a crime for you to protest. But if you want to protest, you need to learn the positive practical part of it. Don't protest violently. Don't protest in a such way and manner that we affect life, that we affect property. But
in the first place, was it a violent one?
In the first place,
was the agitation all about violence?
The agitation was not about violence in the first place.
It was peaceful in the first place, right?
What Nnamdi Kanu should know that as a leader, there are people that will over-execute an assignment given to them. Which I want to believe that he has failed to do that, to address those errors and those blunders. Because there are some individuals with a bitter mind that will over-perform that more than the way you have asked them to do. And every blame will eventually come on him as a leader. It's not a crime. I'm also an agitator. I'm also a human rights activist. But the way I'm going to agitate, I'm going to protest is going to be different totally. Today now, all the blame is coming on Nnamdi Kanu because he was the front man. But he has failed to address the home, the people who led the assignment, who led the execution. So today now, that is what he's facing.
Right.
I think I saw pity. I got sympathized with Nnamdi Kanu with the route he went through to get himself to where he is today. Nnamdi Kanu will have learned from people like Wazirike, people like what's it called? You're talking of the Wazirike, you're talking of the Ghanaian Dams, you're talking of when Obasanjo clamped all of them into prison. You know, I think the face of Biafra ought to be Wazirike because he really pushed out his agenda when the combat military were in power. I'm talking of the President Obasanjo was in power. He put them into dig hole, underground hole. They spent years under that mold, under that ground mold. What else? And this guy came out, he suffered. You can't fight and hand it in a day. The continuity, it's a continuity battle, engagement with the government. But I think, you see, there are some things we cannot say here, in which Nnamdi Kanu is guilty of, about Lagos here, right? During the HENSAS. So we just need to bury that. Some people that are just crying, they don't know anything. What you cannot end, don't start it. That is what the advice they will give. I've been an agitator too. In my school, I was an agitator to the extent we were given suspension in school. But we knew how we went about it. And when the law of the land, of the state, of the school caught up with us, you know, they beat nonsense out of us. I think Nnamdi Kanu is even enjoying a bit where he is because he has a lot of solidarity.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate your contribution here this morning. Mr. Vincent, Femi, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Michael, and good morning, our viewers across the globe. We say thank you for always being there for us. Since morning, majority of them will be in the night now, about to sleep or about to wake up in the middle of the night. And you wake up and you are watching us. May God of heaven give you attention whenever you need help. Thank you, all of you. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Mr. Michael, and good morning, my fellow crew members. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, our ardent, ever respectful global viewers. You know this. I say good morning to you.
Yeah, according to public opinion, according to people of the country, I mean Nigerians, it took President Bola Tinubu time to address this situation. About 250 people died before President Bola Tinubu took a decisive action against the crisis that is ongoing in Benue State. He has ordered his security chiefs to arrest the situation, put an end to insecurity in Benue State, bring the perpetrators to book. Are these just mere rhetorics or a decisive talk coming from the president?
Mr. Mike, I want to say one thing here. You see, in Nigeria, I don't know why we are so pedestrian to some critical issue or challenge confronting this country. Prior to the now, we all knew what transpired at that hemisphere, I mean Benue State, to be precise. A lot of lives were cut off, people died, and you know that even before the now, President Bola Tinubu gave a marching order to all the security agents to see that they go there and nip the problem once and for all in the bud. But what do we have? And up to this present moment, even this is a recent visitation. When he got there, he asked us, how many arrests have you people made? Can they give him any concrete thing? I want to believe that the president also holds the power to hire and fire. If you delegate a duty to somebody and is not delivering, I think it's within the ambit of the president to fire such a person and bring on board a person that can do it right. And that is my take on that. And when you look at everything, you see that though there is one thing that says it's better to be late than never. It's coming to will also try and put some kind of semblance of seriousness in tackling this anemic security system that we currently have. I want to believe that the president now, maybe he has just woken up from his slumber to see that he do the needful as regards our security lacuna in our political space.
All right, Mr. Femi, will these orders lead to real arrest or another round of blame games?
I want to sound optimistic that it's going to yield at least some positive results, because when I read some of the action took by president, I see a little bit of maybe seriousness, but I'll still be wondered that it has to degenerate to this situation before Mr. President will see it as a serious issue, or that it has to degenerate to the point of killing about 200 people within 24 hours. Before our president, we hear what you are saying, that people are dying at Benue. But when I look at the step it took by conveying some peace committee in that area, involving all the former governor, former military administrator in that place, current secretary to the federal government, all of them from Benue, and current governor, and the governor from this neighboring country that very close to Abuja. What's the name of that? Nasarawa. That governor was there. So, and he said the meeting will not end here. Come to Abuja, we will still continue it at Abuja. But one thing that makes me to be afraid is that there is this one thing about this killing that Mr. President may not ready to tackle that thing, which is taking over people's land. Land grabbing, systematic genocide that Mr. President knows. Is it, did Mr. President ready to look at those people that are behind this thing? Is he ready to look at them face to face and take decisive action. Well, as we are complaining about Seun Gumi that usually come out to solicit support for the bandits, the same federal government is sent Seun Gumi to Mecca. If not that, if Seun Gumi was bounced from Saudi Arabia, we will not know that it was federal government that sponsored him to go to Saudi Arabia, the leader of bandits, the advocate of bandits. And these people, from their axis, do they really ready to welcome peace? Okay, look at it in Katsina, like I said here, one Aleru or whatever. He was guided by soldier, a kingpin, a leader of a kidnapper, surrendered by soldier in the name of you are doing peace meeting. This is the first time in the history that I will hear that the government official will sit down with the the perpetrator of evil, the murderers, the wicked people, and there will be dialogue. If you sit down, start to be dialoguing with them, then you have equal yourself with them. That is the meaning of what they are doing. So is Mr. President really ready to nab this thing, to go to the bottom of this thing and uproot it completely? If he's ready to do that, he will make some wonder arrests. He will make some arrests that Nigeria will open their mouth. Can president do this? Somebody like Gumi, they will carry him. There are so many stakeholders from that axis they have to carry. That time when they do that one, then we will know that Mr. President is talking. Then all these arrests that let me tell you, Nigeria is a joke country. It is only in Nigeria president will give order to IG, and he will not know that IG don't follow his order, and he will just go to that particular that will say, are you telling me that IG is not come here? I order IG to come here. You can see the gap we have when you have a sleepy president that's not bother himself with what is happening to people's life. These are the results you are going to see. So I don't know what has changed now, what will have changed now that will make President Bola Tinubu to take some decision. For almost 3 months, we have not heard about the arrest, significant arrest of the perpetrator of this evil. And we were told they talk over people's land and they are living there. Who are those people that are living there? And he said, we don't need a rocket science to get to the bottom of it. Okay, you said they have taken over your place. What is the name of you? Follow me to that place. Who you? I said this thing yesterday. What are you doing here? This place, does it belong to you? This is a simple thing. Except our president don't want to work. If he really want to work and he's not want to, politicize everything, we will see result very soon.
It was meant to be a condolence visit, and later it turned to a political visit. Did it really turn to a political visit, according to what Nigerians are saying?
Let me just say one thing. You can marry the two, because it's a condolence visit, and also it also embodies some kind of politics in it. You see, when you look at it, okay, take for instance, it was raining heavily, and you line up pupils, Nigerian students, all in the name of welcoming somebody who's supposed to be grieving. You do know how many, it's only the one that is being reported in the papers. You know how many souls were lost in that studying heart? Now, all those things, I call it is a form of jamboree. I think I want to see that it also embodied a tinge of politics in that visit. But one thing I want to say here is that is very, very much profound. You know, there is one man, they call it Ado. Is a wanted man and is a terrorist. And the picture I saw yesterday, even, it shook me to the marrow. How Nigerian soldiers were the one even, shielding this terrorist leader, all in the name of having meeting. Meeting on what? And you want to tell me President Bola Tinubu or whosoever is the leader of the DSS and Nigerian Intelligence Agency and all our security personnel doesn't know about that person in Katsina? Why has he remained somebody so elusive? And does he even have a disappearing act? If he has, How come the picture came to the fore? You see, at times when I see some things, it is even might not be. When I keep on seeing some stories emanating from this polity on every second, every day, because we are not doing the right thing. Now, okay, look at Nnamdi Kanu. He was ferried from Kenya down to Nigeria, not on his own will, and there was no treaty signed by Nigerian government and Kenyan government to the extent that they should repatriate him. He was born. Is that not a criminal act? We should learn to call a spade a spade. If we want an egalitarian society that we always hope for, we should do things the normal way. I think even to extradite somebody, you have to go into a treaty. You must be a signatory of somebody's Interpol or whatever before someone can be extradited from another country. Today now, Nigerian state is trying to do these outlaws, these undesirable elements. And they see a gentleman even agitating. Is agitation a crime in Nigeria, in the Nigerian constitution? Certainly not. It's not a crime. Barcelona, as we stand here, they are still agitating to pull out of Spain. We have other countries in the world like that. I don't know why Nigerians we come on whipping up sentiment over an issue that we're supposed to tackle headlong. It's becoming mind-numbing. I want to believe that his visitation. To me now, I have to let me just borrow the word of Mr. Femi here. I should say, I might say I should have a ray of optimism for as regard the visitation of Mr. President to Benue State. But I hope my aspiration of optimism will not be down. How long? Because when you continue to see things happening on a daily basis, it is not really, because you don't need rocket science to know that this and this need to be put in place. See, Nigerian soldiers have been turned to a guinea pig with the collaboration of their foreign partners. Whereas our military degenerated, our military used to be one of the most virile institutions in the entire Africa or even in the world. When it comes to conflict resolution, conflict combating and what have you, military combat. But today, you cannot even say if you have your military, about 10 military guys by your side, you are sleeping at a hotel, you better open one eye. Because anything can happen. You are not sure that your life can be saved. But for how long are we going to continue to do this? Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Unless the needful is done, we cannot continue like this. How can everything, every sphere of our human endeavor is already doctored, and nobody is even winking an eye? I remember the late Garifa Emi. He was crying. See, what is wrong with our fabric? What is wrong with our reasoning as a mass of people? Why are we always doing things as if that we are not created from the same, by God, from the same God? Why is Nigerian problem so different from whatever happens in other crimes? Look, Rwanda today, they fought for years. The Tutsi and the Hutus. But today, Rwanda is a destination point for tourism. But Nigeria, we giant by foot. They call it giant of Africa. And we are still using pedestrian solution for something that is supposed to be, to move along the plane of AI, artificial intelligence. For how long we continue to cry aloud here? And we have been telling Nigerian government over and over again, if you know that you brought some people on board, I want to say, even I give kudos to Obasanjo during his time in the saddle. You know, there was a time, you remember the Zaki Ibia, when he called Victor Malu. Who are those people making noise here? Say, Malu, you are here. And you can see the way the army, they responded to that situation. We want to see that kind of proactive measures, but we are not seeing in this government. And it's becoming a kind of a mantra.
Did he choose the right people?
I want to believe so, because
as a South Service chief.
Yes, I want to believe that.
Are they competent enough?
Coming from the background, you mean Obasanjo there?
No, I mean
now Tinubu. I think a decision now, as we currently have it, as overwhelming. I don't think he picked competent people. I think he has already infused some kind of political coloration into his judgment. Because if you take somebody that is up and doing, who is a professional to do a particular job, I think there is a consideration that you will expect that thing should be, should come. And when you are not getting it, it shows that you have not brought somebody who is competent to do the job. I think President Bola Tinubu should learn from others. I think there is a sitting of a former head of state. He should also call them. How did you do it during your own time? Do your own time. You have to go to the drawing board and see what is amiss for you to set things right.
Thank you so much.
Michael, please permit me to talk about that raining, the shower of blessing. It is unfortunate we are in the 21st century now, and all these our kids, they have become the child of 21st century. But I could remember when we were young, even when rain is falling, we like to play inside the rain. We like to play inside rain. I come from village. When rain is falling, I like to at least almost 1 hour. I will still be weeping, but it's not the same. We cannot compare those kids of those days. You cannot compare it with today. Number one. Number two, if Mr. President truly want to behave like human being, you're supposed to commend those kids. I don't know. I've not listened to his speech. But like somebody said that if it is Peter Obi, if he cannot say to those kids to go to their class, we will talk about it. That I seen that thing alone, that thing that happened is enough to move Mr. President to do the needful, that see kids inside the rain to come and welcome me. That one alone is enough for Mr. President to shed tears and make sure that he see the end of that problem. So what happened here is a message. The suffering that people are passing through is more than standing inside the rain. If it's just for them to stand inside the rain and
For you to solve the problem.
it's too small. It's too small. Standing inside the rain and rain beat both the teacher and pupils. Rain beat them. Rain not the key now. I know you, if not because of this guy get, if rain start now, you will prefer us to be doing our business. If not because of God get. Stay inside the rain is a message. I mean, it's supposed to be a message to Mr. President. We are suffering a lot. They are killing us. If somebody says I should stay inside rain, know that Fulani will not kill my mommy and dad. I will stay. But that message did it get to the Mr. President? Did it enter his heart? What does it mean to him?
Some see him as somebody that has no feelings, that has no human feelings.
To me, he has no feelings.
Is it true? Is it true of Mr. President that he has no human feelings?
I want to believe that you see the hesitant approach onto the media, especially City Stand and some other viral media, started saying that what is the president doing when people are being mauled down in Benue, just like chicken, before he now decided to say, okay, let me just go there and visit. You see, that's plodding approach. It shows that he doesn't have the air of care flowing in his blood.
All right, before I let you guys go, let me quickly read these comments by our viewers. Anthony Dirichuku, we can never get it right in Nigeria unless we all go back to our own nation. Raymond Tinubu needs to call Obasanjo and Atiku on the table to help fix this mess. Put politics aside. The president should set aside politics.
Can I contribute a bit towards that one?
Okay.
Let me tell you. I will appreciate Obasanjo's effort, but it's not that we experience total peace that time. Let me tell you, the gory, image of a children cut like pawpaw is still in my head. I told you it was during the Obasanjo in Plateau State. Do you know what you are saying? In Plateau State, it's not easy. Even Obasanjo, let me tell you, Obasanjo was also their dog. There was a little Obasanjo could do. I'm telling you, it was not Obasanjo that gave them order to go and kill in Benue. Do you know what happened in Benue? It was a communal class. And Nigerian soldiers went there to go and make peace meeting. And they killed about 21 of them. 21 of Nigerian soldiers. That time, I read paper every day. My oga buy newspaper every day. When the soldier want to retaliate, they don't wait for anybody. They don't wait. They went to their market. It was in a particular market on a market day. Woman, stay here. Men, stay here. And they open fire on every man. in that place. Let me tell you, even when Obasanjo was there, this problem. Okay, who handed over Nigeria to Obasanjo? There was a question. They said they asked Obasanjo that, Obasanjo, what can you say was your achievement as a president for 8 years? He said, people that gave me power, they gave me one assignment. We return Nigeria to you as one. We give you Nigeria as one. Return this to us back as one. That is the primary assignment. And Obasanjo said, that's what I did. Who put Obasanjo there? Is it not these people? When they said they need Sharia, will Obasanjo say no? He couldn't. I'm telling you, these people, they have hold us in Jagula. They have been using Obasanjo for a very long time. They put Obasanjo there when they killed Murtala that time. They know what they are doing. They will put your people there to come and deal with you. It is your brother that will come and deal with you. That's the game Fulani has been playing.
All right, Odezi Chima, what's stopping Tinubu from declaring a state of emergency in Benue State? But he didn't waste time to declare state of emergency in peaceful Rivers State.
Well, let me tell you, I wonder why he didn't declare state of emergency. But state of emergency is not automatic. You declare state of emergency. What does it mean is that you remain. I don't think Elia is he from APC? Yes. Okay, Elia is from APC. Okay, that one might have been politicized. But do you know that they declared state of emergency in Borno as it ended Boko Haram? Majorly, when they declare state of emergency, it's about political crisis. It was political crisis that made Obasanjo declare state of emergency in Ekiti State. And I think another state of emergency was declared in Plateau State. And when the state of emergency declared, as it ended up to this moment, are they still not killing in Plateau? State of emergency has been once declared in Plateau. So what I'm saying is that if you declare state of emergency without tackle the thing from the genesis, from the bottom, okay, your state of emergency will just be cascata. State of emergency is just for 6 months. People that want to take over, they may retreat for that 6 months. They are still coming back.
All right, Baba Yaga, Tinubu is just getting started. Anybody supporting him, I pity your family. I dare you guys to put him back in power 2027. That's when he will finish Nigeria.
Baba Yaga, you also you are a stakeholder. I believe that nobody will put him there. And if at all he gets to power, then it shows that the Nigerian political class must have been the one that even fended his way to power. I want to believe that you see, with the things that are happening in our political climate now, space, you will see that all eyes are not smiling. And you can see that the problem that is confronting us as a nation now is humongous. And we need somebody who can be decisive, who will set things right for us to have a semblance of peace in Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. Femi, thank you so much. All right, gentlemen, my good morning to you. Ben Jack, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm so sorry about that. Hey, sorry for the delay. How would you react to the situation in Benue State? The president visited the state yesterday, and a whole lot were said as regards the ongoing crisis in that state. Would you call the president's visit a welcome development, Mr. Mike?
Yeah, this better late than never, as I said yesterday, that he even thought it wise to physically visit Benue after years of insistent killings within that space that transcend his own government. Anyway, at least he made that move to be there on ground to see things for himself, perhaps, and also commiserate with the people of Benue State who have lost their loved ones. So, I mean, it's a good one that he visited the state, as it were. However, I'm also disappointed about some of, maybe part of his speech that I saw online yesterday, when he was asking that how come there hasn't been any arrest. And I was asking myself, who was he asking? I think Mr. President should have ensured that all the service chiefs got queried instantly that very day. not that you'll be asking the people you will be asking. But it now look to me as if we are doing skits or is trying to create content. That how come there hasn't been arrests and all of that. So it's like you are trivializing the matter. People you should have taken that statement very seriously, and perhaps query ought to have been issued to all the service chiefs, including the IG, to be explaining to him why they should remain in their offices and all. It should have taken it further than that. But I know him as a politician. Doing that will be an admittance of failure in that regard. Doing that, we also make him culpable since he's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Maybe that was why he trivialized that very, very serious issue. So for me, it's a mixed bag. We went there physically, commendable, but I'm not too impressed with some of his statements.
Can his visit restore the hope of people or the confidence of people in his administration?
Yeah, I went through part of the speech he made. I don't see much of hope in
his address, right?
In his address, Michael. I'm giving an opinion here. I know there are two different people. I was trying to compare when President Obama visited Boston after the April 15, 2013 Boston Marathon bombing. Obama visited Boston. You need to go and look at that speech. Despite the fact that they were mourning in Boston from time to time because of the assurance, words of assurance, almost certain. At that time, the two brothers that were involved hasn't been caught. Obama was reassuring people of Boston that we are going to find you that have done this thing, you that have planted these IEDs while the marathon was going on. We are going to find you. You are going to face the justice. That statement was full of assurance that Mr. President was talking in that speech. I'm not trying to say they are not the same. They are not. But a presidential speech, when it comes to a time like this, must be full of hope. There mustn't be any doubt that it's not about. I'm not too impressed about some of this committee thing that we do and that will end up in nothing and all of that. But by and large, comparing those two statements when a people are bereaved, I'm not too impressed, Michael.
So you are telling us that the visit wasn't full of sympathy, right? Wasn't to sympathize with them. Was it more of political?
Yeah, of course there are political undertones. I've always told you, politicians will do their stuff. Even if 1 million people die, politicians will play their politics. There are politicians in Benue, there are people in Benue that felt that Mr. President's visit should be an avenue to promote certain things in spite of the killings that has happened there. So those ones will go on.
So it was a political visit.
No, it will.
More politics,
part
right?
of it will be there. Part of it will also be there. But as I said, a particular monarch also made a speech to Mr. President. I think I don't know the name of that monarch.
Professor James. Yeah.
That God bless that monarch. These are people that are telling Mr. President the truth. See, the ball is in his court. He's the one in the saddle now. This episode will be played after he has left the office. It will be asked, what did you do at that point in time? So he still have a lot of opportunity now that he's still there. You know, most of the time when they left government, that is when they become an elder statesman. They will be profiling solutions that they never implemented when they were there. The likes of Obasanjo, the likes of Jonathan, you see them saying some statements now, and you'll be asking, why didn't you tow this path? I mean, why you were in the saddle and all of that. So the ball is in his court. You still have a lot of time, even in this first 4-year term, that we still have 2 years to just like Mr. Femi said, to look at the people perpetrating this crime, this heinous crime, in the face and do the needful and stop playing. They know what is happening in that environment. They understood exactly what is going on in that environment. It is what is left is the will to confront these killers, to confront the sponsors of this and bring them to justice. And that is where we are, Michael.
Now, and as to the children that were in the rain waiting for the president. What do you have to say about that?
I think it's unfortunate that the governor of that state could subject those kids to such dehumanizing states. Why would you have to put children on the road in the rain just because Mr. President was coming? I saw a clip where they were also, cutting the grasses along the path where Mr. President. Those are hypocritic actions. Unfortunately, coming from Reverend Dr. Alias. Yes. Very unfortunate. So if the president is not visiting your state, they won't cut the grass within that corridor. So he hasn't lived above board. He hasn't performed above board for me as a governor. Some of the things I've seen him do, I'm not too impressed. How do you put children on the road because Mr. President is coming while you are mourning? Some of those kids are likely to have been orphans. Perhaps their parents will have been killed in some of these attacks and all of that. They might have lost one or two of their parents and all of that. So you see, subject the same human being to such ridicule. I think it's unfortunate.
Is there any message sent to the president of the entire Nigeria?
Sorry?
Is there any message that scenario, that scene, sent to the president?
I'm not sure
because Femi said it's passing the message to the president.
I'm not sure.
Did the president see it as a message?
I'm not sure if he see it as a message. I may not be able to read his mind now, but I think he should have observed such a thing, and that should call for a serious thinking. That should provoke critical thinking. If he has such conscience to show that look at these are probably his own grandchildren, as it were, going by his age and all of that.
So Baba Yaga says, Mike, it was a political visit, but just went there because he had Benue have a special soup they cook. All right, thank you so much, gentleman Mike Jack. How would you react to this situation, sir?
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. May good Lord be with you people, wherever that you are. To come for what Mr. President, the visit that he went to Benue State. Yeah, for me, I would say, Mr. Mike, it is not early. That visit is late. Because Mr. President is in Nigeria. Before he become a president, you know what is going on in Nigeria. You know the state where this killing are going. Under his regime, as he came in as the president of Nigeria, he removed first subsidy. That is where he's supposed to visit some states where there's killing on it. Look at 2 years and some days and some months before he visited Benue State. Because they have killed about 200 something lives that gone. He remembered to visit Benue State. But I will not blame him. Who I will blame mostly is the governors. The leaders in Benue State. All this is, they know what is going on. Before the governor Alia come in, you know how the Fulani herdsmen used to come to the state and be killing people. When they're supposed to put their own program to tackle this mess. If the power is over them, that is where they can invite Mr. President. But Mr. President have to contribute his own. But it is late for Mr. President. Where life have already gone. What are they saying? Say we are here, the military say we're here to cover life and property, to protect them. Which life and property are they protecting? There's police, there's army, there's civil defense. A lot of them. What are they doing? Where life is going? 200. Are they waiting for Mr. President to come and give them order? So then they don't know what to do to solve that thing. Look, if I'm taking care of local government, I will make sure say people of that local government, I'll have to protect them. I have to do as possible as my power reach to make sure say no blood come out from their body. But look at Nigerian politicians. They are not thinking about human being. They are not thinking. If they are thinking, they will not allow life to be gone unless God call that person. No, God is careless killing, careless death. It's not by the natural, by God. This is what the government are laying down. This is what they cause. To tell the truth, I blame the governors. If you know that you are not capable to govern well, move out. If you know that you are a military man, you cannot do your useful work to protect life and property, resign. They have people who will do it. They have people who will do it. Not to carry the people who cannot do anything, who cannot deliver and put for government. What do you think that they will deliver? Nothing. Mr. President, let Mr. President wake up. Yes, he asked a question. Say, how many have you arrested? Yes, it's a good. How many have they arrested? No. Army do not arrest anybody. Police do not arrest anybody. Civil defense did not arrest anybody. Yeah, Mr. President have the right to
Ask them questions.
Ask them questions.
All right, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah,
can we have our viewers? My name is Ase.
Can we have a peaceful Benue with the visit of Mr. President yesterday?
It depends. It depends. If the visit of Mr. President, if he went there for people of Benue to have peace with immediate effect, very good. They will have peace. But if Mr. President went there simple to make a speech, I will tell you that people will be disappointed, because Fulani terrorists are not there for speech. You can't hear them speaking on any platform. Even on the newspaper, you don't hear them. There are people that they move with action. It is a well-planned attack and a well-planned, spirit of conquest. They go with action. They can act even in 5 minutes. They have finished to kill the number of people they want to kill, and they will disappear. So if you want to stop them with his speech, we have been speaking. We have been talking about a lot of speech have been made, but it has never stopped the killing and the insurgency. So if Mr. President was here to make another speech on top of the speech that has been made, it will never change anything. What is needed is action with immediate effect, because those terrorists, before Mr. President came, they were aware that Mr. President is coming. They will disappear and they will be laughing in the bush where they are. They will say, that man come to visit Benue. Let him go first of all. And when he will go, you will hear again. Another attack. What is the need? I heard on the news, Mr. President is calling for communities and so many people to gather together and talk, have a meeting for peace or peace accord or what. What peace can you speak with a terrorist? I don't see anything speaking with terrorists. What is there is, Mr. President, you have army that are well equipped. Let them do their job. You have police. Let them do their job. I don't think it's a matter of speech only. And another thing, a surprise is this. On this platform yesterday, Mr. Mike, I was talking about it. Do you know that people of Benue, the people that they killed this time around, are fugitive, people who abandoned their home to come and sleep in the shops, in a marketplace, at a marketplace. That marketplace, that shop is closer to police barrack and army barrack also. So they went there because they think by so doing they will be safe from the attack. Under the watch of police, under the watch of army, the terrorists still come there and they had their time to operate. You see how they did the thing. People were sleeping in the shop to save their head. And those terrorists were informed everything. I don't know how they received the information. They will pour fuel around the shop. and they will put on fire, and they will be waiting outside the shop with their cutlass. Anybody that wants to escape, they will machete the person, butcher the person. And that's what they did. And they killed more than 200. You see people carrying 200. They killed and killed under the watch of police and army. And you know, the astonishing part of it is that when the youth saw that this killing of every day is too much, they gather now to protest, peaceful protest, to show, to wake the leaders of Nigeria. If they are not aware, they should be aware. Do you know that police, who did not arrest even one single terrorist, started to spray gas on peaceful protesters, and they still arrest many of them. Many of them are still in custody. You ask yourself, what a confusion.
As I say in conclusion,
Where
because of our time,
going? Yes, to conclude, what I want to say is that we need peace.
thank you.
We need harmony. We
right.
want the people to be free.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Asase. Lawrence, how you doing?
Mr. Mike, this is why you look me like this now.
Sorry,
It's
sir,
short,
I'm not ending
shortcut
it.
you want to give me.
Sorry, I'm not ending it. You have to. Oh yeah.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Mike, our viewers, our daddy.
Everybody, you're greeting
Everybody
on the
this
platform.
morning.
All
I'm
right.
very happy to come here this
The president has visited Benue State. I know you have your take on what
Mr.
happened
Mike,
yesterday.
to visit Benue is not enough. Listen, when the commission, the military man, the chief of army staff, live in place and go locate, get where to stay in that place.
Has relocated to
To Benue.
Okay.
It's how many weeks? It's not up to 2 weeks. This accident happened. They massacre more than
200
human beings. Okay? No. The visit Tinubu visit is, to me, is just west. And the governor of that state, you see what happened for there? They bring little children outside, run. No.
We're there to welcome the president now.
Welcome. Listen, this is not something you're supposed to come and welcome Mr. President. What Mr. President come to do that to pay image for those people have the victims. Okay, it's not time of pamper to let's say our president is coming. Our president is supposed to wear black and black. Yes.
Wow.
They tell the whole world
To mourn
what is happening in that Benue. Say, okay, Mr. President come to Benue on Monday. They go to Enugu State and kill more than 10 people. Benue and Enugu State is not almost the same thing. Can tell you that Mr. President need to do a lot of work. It's not what he's doing 2027. It's not do campaign 2027. This is what they can do within some hours. Yes, immediately before you know that they are killing, use your security and surrender all the whole border of Nigeria. The terrorists cannot enter, talk less of to kill the citizen of Nigeria. Can you tell me that a Boko Haram will come to Lagos to Ahmed Tinubu's house and enter to Ahmed Tinubu there and kill people that work there? You don't know that the whole Nigeria is Ahmed Tinubu's house. The Mr. President, as far as the sitting president of Nigeria, the whole place in Nigeria is home. If Ahmed Tinubu want to come my state now, I don't need Ahmed Tinubu to give me a excuse to come my.
Can you restore peace to Benue State?
It cannot. It can't.
Why? Why did you say that?
Before Mr. President come there, you know that the terrorists in Nigeria here, serious one. What is Mr. President doing to attack those terrorists? You are not doing anything. What you hear that is it this Benue? Is it the first one? Some part of North
There are terrorists killing every day, every day. The Mr. President is not there. What we are listening that Mr. President travel from one country to another country. Can you do this kind of genocide for developed country? Even in the Africa country here. Talk less of country, they call themselves the giant of Africa. The black population in Africa and the whole world. And you have a president for the West can stand for his people. When Buhari is a president of Nigeria, Buhari locked all the whole border of Nigeria. The dark side was open. What is the impact Mr. President call Anger Tinubu, the Jagaba of Africa, Jagaba of Nigeria, doing? Look at Lagos State here. We are just talking. Sometimes we say Lagos State has security. Okay, we don't have any security here at all. We don't have. See how stand here early morning. Here or here, part or here. We see how the Fulanis they are enter inside Lagos State daily basis, and the people will say that now here is safe. Okay, the day they go rise up. The day those people will rise up. Okay, people that control the AG or any police station, among of them, the major people there is the Fulanis. Now, let a Boki man come here and hit this thing now. Let a hit this thing now. Carry that Boki man go station here. Within some few minutes, that Boki man will come outside. That's why I said clothes, sell shoe here. A Boki man, that guy. What happened for this area here? Nothing happened. Why? Let Mr. President come out boldly. Those people that claim that they own Nigeria, to control whatever is happening in Nigeria. If Mr. President said that what is happening in Benue State will stop it, Mr. President, stand up now. I'll stop any atrocity in Nigeria, most insecurity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, viewers, we've been able to hear from our respondents concerning the situations in Benue State. They've been able to give their own opinions as regards what is happening. I thank you also for contributing on the program this morning in the comment section. Thank you so much. We'll be back here tomorrow. We just need to implore, tell the president to take a decisive action. Yeah, decisive action is what we need from the president. Let there be peace in Nigeria. Let there be peace in Benue State. Let there be peace in Plateau, Taraba, Enugu, Ebonyi, everywhere, all the states in the country. We need peace. All right, we shall be back here tomorrow, Friday. That's the 20th of June. I hope you have a great day. And please, if you are watching for the first time, subscribe on the channel and make sure you help us share it to your friends and families. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Anger+Nnamdi.